can't find nothing on the radio.
You ready, Steve?
Welcome to Songology. He's Bruce,
He's Richard.
and this is another episode from our Song of the Day archives.
Enjoy.
And welcome back, Bruce. What do we have for Dave for the Week of the Irish?
Do you remember Sinead O'Connor?
I do.
Well, what do you remember about Sinead O'Connor?
Well, the most recent thing was the exchange of letters over the Wrecking Ball video.
Ah, yes.
Was that Miley Cyrus or whatever?
Miley Cyrus.
Miley Cyrus?
Miley Cyrus, who seems to have decided that she's going to make her musical career as sort of, well, what I have come to refer to as the uber skank, but I don't know whether we can say that on the radio. Just bury that in the mix.
I think she's just experimenting with what's out there.
She's experimenting with a lot of things by the looks of it. I've only ever known her as a solo performer.
Okay.
She has a bit of a reputation as being, shall we say, somewhat prickly. Sinead O'Connor is a Dublin girl.
Mm-hmm.
Believe it or not, as a teenager, she had a job delivering kissograms. Who knew, right? And she has been called the ultimate single mom because she has 4 children with 4 different fathers. She has a son, Jake, with the fellow she was married to, and then she has a daughter with a journalist by the name of John Waters, a son, Shane, with musician Donna Lunny, and a son called Yeshua with a guy by the name of Frank Bonadio. And because he was born on Christmas Day 2006, and because Yeshua is the Hebrew name for Jesus, that's what she decided to go with for a name.
Okay.
So who knew?
Yes.
However, she's controversial in a lot of ways. I mean, she was the one who tore up the picture of the Pope on Saturday Night Live,
right,
getting her banned from that. That was her little protest about abuse within the Catholic Church, which, as it turns out, she was right, I guess. There's a British sitcom called Father Ted that has run for a while, and there's a character in Father Ted, apparently, who's based on her. So they have this denim-clad rock singer who has strong feminist views and a bit of an anti-Catholic slant who comes into contact with Father Ted and the gang, and, amusement results, hopefully.
Yeah.
Apparently, she's quite a fan. And I can also tell you that she's a fully qualified medium. I don't know why.
Okay.
But there you go. The song. Thinking about Irish performers, Irish songs, I remembered the song Nothing Compares to You, which was a very powerful tune that was released in 1990 and was #1 record on both sides of the Atlantic for her. It's actually a Prince song. Remember Prince?
Yeah.
That sort of weird guy who changed his name to an unpronounceable symbol for a while. And
yes.
He's an odd guy. And actually, how you can easily tell it's a Prince song is if you see the title in print, it's Nothing Compares and then the number 2 and then a capital U. That is a Prince thing.
Okay,
He does that. I don't know why. Or for the word 4, he uses the number 4. He originally wrote it for somebody else. It was inspired by a band called The Families, who he wrote it for, that they were signed to Prince's. He has his own record label. Of course he does. Why not, right? And a member of that band had just broken up with his girlfriend. Prince wrote the song sort of inspired by that, and it was a huge hit. It ended up being a #1 hit in 17 countries.
Oh. Yeah.
And this was actually the #1 song of 1990 for Sinead. Also has a very famous video, which if you want, you could dig out and throw on the Facebook page. The video was originally, there was a bunch of footage that was shot around Paris, but they wanted to do just a simple tight shot of just her face and her singing. And she was, again, typically a little bit offbeat. She had shaved her head when she first started recording because she wanted to make a statement and not be known for her beauty. So that's why. Yes. So people were quite surprised when they saw her for the first time. And here is this shaved head woman in a really, really tight shot, and it's just her face.
Yeah.
But it's actually a really, kind of in its own way, a powerful performance. And at one point in the video, she cries. There's a tear sort of rolls down her cheek when she's singing this, and that was real. She says that she didn't intend for that to happen, but she was just into the music and into the mood of it, and she, in the back of her mind thought, I'm just going to let this happen. And it did, and it made a very, very big impression on MTV and such at the time. It was her last big hit because the more she got exposure, the more she used her notoriety to bring attention to various causes that she thought were important. And there's nothing wrong with that, except that if you do it in a way that tends to make people angry, you get as much negative feedback
Yes.
as you do positive.
Positive.
In fact, she made Frank Sinatra really, really cranky when he found out that she refused to have the national anthem played before her concerts.
Oh.
And Frank got quite angry and was publicly angry about that.
Mm-hmm.
But there you go. Anyway, so I'm going to give you what was, according to MTV, number 34 on the list of greatest videos ever made. This is Sinead O'Connor with Nothing Compares to You.
And as usual, I have to stop it right there due to the fair use rules on YouTube. If you haven't already, please subscribe. You can check us out on Facebook or head over to our website, which is songology.ca. Now, here's your chance to listen to the music or go on to the next episode.